today, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. Versus Derek Carr and the Houston Texans.
Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like 2 losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Set to kick off.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And one of the things that I think that Derek Carr has really improved in doing since college is his ability to stay in the pocket, things swirling around him, find the right guy, and deliver the ball with accuracy. Derek Carr has great touch when he throws the football.
On first down, Carr. And Jones has it over the middle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Carr. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Oh, some strong running and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 19 carries, 108 for the yardage, and the score, too.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. You know, projections for him were a little all over the board. Some saw him as a day 3 pick, maybe a little bit higher, but here he is, round 3.
I do know teams that had him listed as a first-round talent. I also had teams that had him listed as a day 3 guy, which is rounds 4 through 7. So him going in the 3rd round kind of fit in the middle. I think he's going to have a chip on his shoulder wanting to prove that he should have been taken higher.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass. That's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoop full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And a quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
At the 42-yard line.
And they give this time to the tailback. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Another nice game, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, if they can execute the run-pass option like that, it puts the defense in a really, really tough spot.
The running ability of Kyler Murray makes defensive coordinators and players crazy, because essentially now you have an extra running back there. So if he keeps it, you've got a problem. If he hands it inside, you're probably not ready for it because you have all your focus back on #1.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Murray's pass.
By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown, score over yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Yeah, a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complementary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
A loss of 9.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They've got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first. Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Murray now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through. All that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
That one covers 29 yards, first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray steps away to his left. His throw incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now from Murray. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They were forced to punt last time. Now I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position. I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Operating from the gun, Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either. Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one. Well, that'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 40-yard.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Ball carrier.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Brings up
from the gun, Murray. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's 1st down from the 42. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, Carr finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Carr completes it. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Operating from the gun. Carr. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. From the gun. Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Tyler Higbee.
Tyler Higbee, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing, because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line, as he's dropped at the 23.
20-yard line.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete.
That's good.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
45-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Flush to his right. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
1st and 10.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
A final shot before half from Murray. And he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this first half.
7.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll kick things off in the AFC North. 2 teams with intertwined histories, to say the least. Baltimore playing host to Cleveland, and those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home in U.S. Bank Stadium. And that one's gone to the half with the visiting Bears on top. Chris Godwin, a touchdown catch in that first half. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Tom Brady, sharp as ever. He's got 2 touchdown passes. In our game, it's been the play of Derek Carr that's led the way. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
In the 29-yard line.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And 6.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down, eluding the pressure right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Buying time to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
1st and 10. At the 44-yard line.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Carr. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun. Carr. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, and he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit towards the field goal.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Jermaine Pratt there on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And again this time to the tailback. Space to maneuver at the 40. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 20. 10. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
On 2nd down, here's Murray.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
Picked off at the 25. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
By the Texans.
That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Titans.
Operating from the gun. Carr. And his pass incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 9 yards to go.
From the gun. Carr. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 10 yards out. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And got his man complete. It's a gain of 34.
That's good.
Hey, you're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Murray. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. Murray to air it out again. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, get me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And goal at the 2-yard line.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. From the gun, Murray escaping the pressure right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again.
Harrison Butker.
So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. To start the drive.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
That play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Another try after the 1st down sack. Carr staying on his feet. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
Fumble on the play.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
Carr going to throw. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
6-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this time he is in. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Caught on the right side by Jones. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing now is Carr. It's caught on the right side, Williams. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey.
3rd down.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Titans set and ready to go on offense.
And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is
rush coming, and he's taken down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Brings up.
I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
At the 36-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down right at the line.
He's brought down by Terrell Burgess.
2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Murray dancing to his left. And he's going to keep him here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
Operating from the gun. Murray. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Texans.
They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Houston set to take over. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive, they're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down.
Carr now on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee.
Carr
7 yards, the pickup there.
to Tyler Higbee. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Titans, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll get to stay home again next week as Washington comes to town. Meanwhile, for Houston, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.